Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. For those of you returning, welcome back, and for those of you that are new, hello, my name is Erica. I'm a homeschooling, homemaking mama of 5. I have got a ton of cleaning motivation for y'all today. This was a full day and it went on into the next. I have started, this is something I've always done, but I've kind of stopped here and there. I'd make a list. I'm trying to make my list a little bit more realistic, because I'll put stuff on there, I won't get to it all, and then I'll be really upset. This one was a little bit longer though, but there were some unforeseen circumstances that happened, and I was just thankful for the things that I got done this day. So y'all don't see my living room very often because this is about as messy as it gets. It just doesn't get as messy as the rest of the house. I mean, this is a mess, but you know, it's nothing compared to the kitchen or the bathroom or any other room in my house. So yeah, but I was just picking stuff up here and there. When I go to thoroughly clean my floors, I like to vacuum and mop. Vacuum and sweep and then mop. My cedar mop was broken, and I ordered a new one, but it's out of stock, so it won't be in until sometime next week. But I'm really excited. It's one of those that has the little freshwater cleaner place, because I always kind of wondered myself, like, you're dipping your mop right back in to the same water, like you're dipping your dirty mop into the clean water and then pulling the clean one back out, like it's not the same water you just literally picked up off your floor. So I am super excited to try it. I also realized I think I called it cedar, and I think it's just cedar mop, but I continue to call it cedar, and I'm not really sure why. And I forgot to explain what I was doing with my watch at the beginning. I did 10 minutes in 4 of my rooms. I had the kids' bathroom on my list, but my kids ended up cleaning their bathroom because I just didn't have time to get to it. But as y'all saw, I vacuumed and then I swept, and I'm going to show you guys an up-close view of why I always do this. I do keep up with my floors fairly regularly as far as not mopping, but sweeping and vacuuming. I mop more than I used to, but you know, sometimes I just don't get to the mopping, or like especially this season, it's so muddy outside it seems pointless. But I was trying to tell you guys about my mop earlier and I got distracted. This is I don't think it's Resolve. I think it's actually called like a Revolve or something. It's a different type of mop. It's got a washable thing. I use this for when I don't feel like doing a thorough mopping, like, you know, the bucket and mop. But it does just as well. And I'll mop with that all the time. But you know, as far as a real mop goes, I don't do that as often as I probably should. But there was my 10 minutes in the living room. It's amazing what you can get done in 10 minutes. Okay, so this was an hour back here decluttering. It is my homeschool room, but I did 30 minutes in this room, and then I did 30 minutes at the homeschool table or the dining room table. For those of you that don't know, I am moving all of our homeschool stuff out of this room into that table, into the dining room. The problem is 3/4 of the homeschool stuff that we do not use. We have not used and we will not use. It's not that we don't have a lot of activities or a lot of creative lessons. We just don't use the things that we have. I've saved them thinking I'm going to use them for the next kid. The next kid's turn comes around and I don't use it. Michael, my second youngest child, is 13 and Joe is 5. So the age difference between the two is large enough that I don't need to save Michael's things for Joe. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to get rid of it. But my process is I'm taking it from this room and putting it into the dining room, so I have to sort it. I've been meaning to sort it for like 4 years now, and I've never done it because I can hide it out of sight, out of mind, and that is my problem. So I am just going to declutter everything in my dining room, because when I walk in my front door, I'm going to see it, it's going to aggravate me, and I'm going to eventually get to it. This room hasn't been deep cleaned since we put new floors in, and I'm ashamed to say that, but it's the truth and it's going to be okay. Actually, I'm not ashamed. You know what? Stuff happens. I'm not proud exactly, but so I'd sweep and kind of mop here and there as I go, but I don't consider that deep cleaning. I just don't. But yeah, I don't remember the last time I washed the windows in here or dusted or anything else. I have been, and that is my biggest problem right now. That is what's really frustrating me, is I feel like I'm constantly cleaning, and I am, but what I'm doing is I'm organizing and shuffling chaos, and I want to get to that point in my life where the stuff that I know I'm going to have to clean every day, and that's fine. Like, I know I'm going to have to sweep, know I'm going to have to mop, I'm going to have to wash the dishes, and I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, because I think I've said this in just about every one of my videos for the last month, but I guess it's just a reminder to myself what my goal is. is that I want my daily cleaning to be acceptable and not a constant struggle of getting rid of, you know, junk that I should have gotten rid of a long time ago. And you know, there was a video series that I was watching, and I was getting frustrated because I felt like she was taking too long to really go through her stuff. And I tell you what, I have got my foot in my mouth now, which I didn't say it out loud. It's actually the first time I've said it out loud, and now I understand why you got to take your time. You'll see here later on the video, I finally get frustrated and just throw a box away. It is a box, and I'm really proud of myself. A box I have kept with a random assortment of knickknacks. And when I say random, I mean like a paper clip, a staple, an old eraser, a piece of a dart, you know, just random stuff like that. And for whatever reason, it was really difficult for me to sort through it and decide what I needed to keep. And finally, I was like, enough. This is enough. And I just threw the whole thing away. This is what I got rid of. This is the empty shelf. And then this is the stuff I need to find a home for. And this is the stuff I'm not sure what I've got to do with it. That is like portfolios. And if you don't know what a portfolio is for homeschool, it's like proof of what your child did that year. And that is from, I think, my daughter's 3rd grade year. And she is now in 10th. So that'll tell you how long it is. But, you know, you never can be too careful with the Board of Education. It seems like they're getting a little bit more relaxed with their laws. But I don't mind to keep the records. I have no problem with it. You know, my kids are doing well, but I understand, you know, they need proof that the kids are on the right track and I'm not goofing off, I guess. So, but this was a lot of the stuff that I had moved from the homeschool room. And I have to say, this system works for me. It may not work for y'all, but it works for me only because I can't stand for that table to be cluttered. And I say that, and I'm pretty sure it's cluttered again right now. But I am more likely to go through it if it's here on the table. And to be honest, I've gone through more in these last 2 days in that homeschool room than I have in 5 years. So, and that's counting a move, because half the stuff I just threw in a box and we unpacked it and then put it away, and I haven't gone through it again. So yeah, but y'all are going to see me here in a minute. It's that little brown box, and I just finally, I'm like looking through it, and then I'm like, Erica, this is ridiculous. Throw it away. You haven't missed this stuff. You haven't used this stuff. It's been in this box for 4 years. Get rid of it. And I did. It may sound ridiculous, but y'all, that was a very freeing moment for me, and I do not regret it, and I'm so tickled with myself. And as I've done this voiceover, I realized I said sweet instead of sweat. And I do know how to use proper grammar. Apparently only when I'm writing, though, and not when I'm speaking. So I just, yeah, I added a little note during the scene that I said it, and yeah, anyway. It was too late to go, well, it wasn't too late, I just didn't want to do the whole voiceover again, because I liked what I said, except for my usage of the word sweat. But anyway, so yeah, I'm getting rid of the majority of the stuff, and you will slowly see it dwindle down. You know what's funny, and I don't know if men are as bad as women are with this, but I know, well, you know what, we won't even worry about gender. I'm just going to say myself specifically. You know, I was talking about the one lady I was finding myself getting aggravated. She was taking too much time. And then I remember another one that I was watching, and I thought she was going too quickly and throwing too many things away and not really taking the time to sort through them. And y'all, that's terrible of me. I shouldn't be hard on somebody else. We should, you know, cheer each other on. Everyone has a different struggle. Everyone has a different pace. You know, what works for somebody doesn't work for everyone else. And I preach that all the time, but apparently, you know, in my own private moments and thoughts, I'm not putting it to use. So, you know, I'm apologizing to just, I guess, the universe in general. I don't know. It's not a good way of thinking. And that's not fair, because I don't want anybody doing that to me, and I shouldn't be doing it to anybody else, whether they know I did it or not. I mean, I didn't comment or, you know, say anything. And I won't even mention what it was, but, you know, we should just be proud that people are doing stuff, because I think they said, what, 1% is better than 0, and it is so true. If you are doing anything, that's better than nothing. Obviously, that's not my quote, but I think it is something that we should all live by. Every day is going to be different. You just got to do your best with what you've got. I think I've been reading too many motivational quotes. Oh, speaking of that, I realized I haven't mentioned my 75 hard recently. I wanted to let you guys know. I think I'm on day 46 of it. 45. 46. I don't know. I'd have to look at my app. But I am still doing it. I am down 15 pounds. And I am struggling with just being bored with it. Like, y'all, I'm tired of the 2 workouts. But I'm still doing it, so... my husband and I have a plan. They just reopened the Golden Corral up near our house. So when I am finished, y'all can bet your butts that I am going to be at Golden Corral. So yeah. So now my kitchen's done. Like I said, you guys, this was all day long. My oldest son stopped by and he needed to do laundry. So that's why I did my laundry so late at night. Normally I would have done it in between, you know, doohickeys, but I didn't. My laundry room is a mess because, well, I haven't cleaned it up. And I don't know where half this stuff is going to go. A lot of it, there's a box in here full of tools and stuff that my husband is going to go through when I get everything together for him. We have a whole like cabinet dedicated to random tools and stuff that is like in total disarray. And I think half the stuff we don't need, but to be honest, I don't know what it is, and I'm going to let him go through it. So yeah. This shelf, what do you all do with old towels? I give quite a bit of them to my husband because he uses them out in the garage, but then I have all these other ones and I don't want to use them as rags. I feel like it's a little wasteful throwing them away, but maybe that's what I should do. Anybody have any suggestions? I will be starting on my laundry makeover video soon. I haven't gotten the rest of, I want to wait till the homeschool room's done. I know I put it off. I said, well, I'm going to do it when I get back from vacation, but that homeschool room really needed attended to because, like I said, we're also winding down for the year, and I'm trying to make sure that I've got everything organized and graded and all, you know, finished for the summer. So yeah, now my 5-year-old, he's already started on kindergarten. He was in preschool last year, or I guess technically this year, but he finished everything. We were able to check off his list, and he was still in the mood to keep going, so we kept going. So he is now working on his kindergarten curriculum. Now that shelf, y'all, I finally, I went to get rid of it. I decided I was going to donate it, and I brought it out to the living room, and my son was like, hey, can I have that for my room? And he doesn't have any shelves or storage areas in there. Shelves. Oh my gosh, y'all. Shelves, not shelves. Shelves in his room or storage area. So I thought, well, I guess that's fine. So, I mean, I was willing to get rid of it. I don't feel like I lost on that one. Okay, so y'all saw I had an hour of outside time. What I meant by that was an hour of working in my garden or working on my porch or just, you know, doing anything that involves being outside. I don't know if an hour seems excessive or not, but I like to do this during the summer. I sometimes I'll even do as much as 4 hours just because I need to be outside. Like, it makes me feel better. I don't have, I think, is it vitamin D that you get from the sun or vitamin K? I can't remember which one. But I don't have a deficiency or anything. I feel better when I'm outside. I guess it's the fresh air. I am probably not going to be showing my garden or working in my garden just because that is, it's probably going to sound selfish, and maybe it is, but that's my me time. Oh my gosh, y'all, these are the Black Magic petunias I was telling you about, and these are a different type of petunia. Can't remember what she told me they were, but I remember I promised y'all I would show you those, so that's what I got at the market. Anyway, sorry, back to what I was saying about my garden. That's my special time. Like, that sounds ridiculously silly, but like, I love being there. I go out and I, you know, clear my mind. My dog chewed that shoe up, y'all. Isn't that ridiculous? So I don't know. When I film, like, I enjoy filming this stuff, but you know, there is a lot of stopping and starting and having to flip the camera around and make sure you got it positioned just right. And I just want to go out in my garden and enjoy my time out there. So that's, you know, and honestly, I think my feelings might get hurt if somebody says I'm doing something wrong. I don't mind that with the cleaning and everything else. So I literally, you know, I'm almost kind of asking for it when I put my, you know, my personal stuff out there on YouTube. So I know there's going to be comments, but honestly, with my garden, I don't want to risk losing any joy or anything like that. I hope that makes sense and doesn't sound harsh or mean or whatnot. I'm sure I'll show it once I've got all my stuff planted and everything. But as y'all can see, there's really no explanation. I think I'm just cleaning stuff out, picking up my old dead plants. I cannot do a lot of stuff out here. As y'all can see, my puppy chews absolutely everything up, and I mean everything. So we are really trying to make sure we get everything out off the back porch. Probably not quick enough, but yeah. So I was taking my dead plants down from last year, which I should have already done, but I didn't. And finally, I got my 2 loads of laundry done. Oh my gosh, you guys, that Arm & Hammer, I can't stand it when people say and here I am saying That Arm & Hammer scent fresher bead stuff, whatever, is my favorite. And that particular one, it's the purple one. It smells like runts, like the candy runts. And I just absolutely love it. It is my favorite. I don't like the Gain. I mean, it's all right, but now if you try the Arm & Hammer, I'm gonna let y'all know they are super, super, super strong. So if you do not like an overwhelming power of, or scent in your clothes, I would not recommend it at all. But I tell you what, it lasts for days. I will have clothes in there for probably like 2 or 3 weeks, and they smell fantastic. With the Gain, it doesn't last long. Like, I don't even smell it like 2 or 3 days later. Okay, so this is what went on today too. And I am just, making my bed because I have to make my bed before I fold my clothes. And I usually don't have a problem making my bed anyway. It's something I like to do regardless. And I like my funky little bed anyway. Okay, and yes, y'all, I got my overalls. I love my overalls. There are 3 loads of clothes here. There was 1 left from who knows when. But yes, well, oh, y'all, I don't know if I've told y'all the story. I was going to end the video here, but let me go ahead and finish telling you the story. So when I first met my husband and I moved into his house, when I moved into his house, his mom had decorated his house for him, or at least that's what I thought, and that pillow was in there, and I thought it was the ugliest pillow ever, absolutely ugliest pillow I've ever seen. And my mother-in-law is a real jokester, y'all, and she has this art of joking with you, but you think she's being serious, and she's graciously passed it down to my husband, so half the time I have no idea if she's being serious or joking. So anyway, I asked her, I like to be very careful, with things that I got rid of in his house when he said he didn't care, but I knew a lot of it was her old stuff or stuff that, could have possibly meant something to her. And I wanted to get rid of that pillow, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't, important or sentimental or anything. So I asked her, I said, is that pillow important or anything? She said, oh, isn't that the prettiest pillow you've ever seen? I was like, well, yeah, sure, it's the prettiest. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's really nice. I didn't want to hurt her feelings or anything. So I'm like, well, crap, I guess I gotta keep this pillow forever. And finally, it may have been a couple months, it may have even been a year. She said, honey, why haven't you gotten rid of that pillow yet? Isn't that the ugliest thing you've ever seen? I was like, are you serious? And she starts laughing, and she's like, what? And I was like, do you not remember you telling me how pretty you thought it was? And she just starts giggling, and she said, oh, I definitely knew I was kidding. She said, that thing is ugly. I don't even know where it came from. So this began the pillow war that has continued on to this day. She and I have hidden this pillow in each other's houses. My father-in-law cut the bottom of a chair that he gave us and even bothered to put the pillow up in there in the chair. So I had to cut the chair and then sewed it back. So I had to cut up underneath the chair and get this ugly pillow out of there. Then she had my daughter make a pillowcase for it. I've hidden it in her car. I've hidden it in her house. I had someone from her work give it to her. Anyway, so it's a joke, but that's what that pillow is. I had my pinup girl, my zombie pinup girl pillowcase on it, but I took it off because I was going to try and hide it at her house on Mother's Day, but we weren't able to sneak it in. But, oh, I did give her that cow bird feeder. If y'all don't know, my mother-in-law hates cows and I hate hippos, so naturally we both give each other hippos and cows as jokes and gifts. She loves bird feeders, so we hid the bird feeder in her house, in her yard for her to find. But anyway, okay, so that was a little bit about me and a little bit of story time. Well, I hope wherever you all are at, you are having an absolutely blessed one, and I cannot thank you guys enough for watching my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!